Alright, it's part 2 of this Iowa piece of crap. I did a little research, and there was something that occurred to me that I didn't try last time. I just wasn't thinking straight because I kind of got bummed out that it didn't want to work. So, last remember I had hooked the high and low frequencies together, and this thing just went right into protection mode. If I go to power it on, I have to hit it to FM, whatever the hell that is. So if you remember, when I hit it to an audio source like the radio, go to tune it. Well, I'm actually getting a little something, but there was something that also the volume doesn't really want to work. It keeps going down as I turn it up.
And a vintage say you're
getting a little bit of static, but I don't think it's...
There you go.
There, now it cuts out. So there's something I thought of. If I can turn this around. At first, I didn't have these yellow plugs. I'll just hold it sort of so I remember. No, I'll just come down. Fine. I had them plugged in without those connected. It's not connected to the high frequencies, just the lows. And now, of course, I can't reach it. And it wanted to switch to CD for some reason. There it goes. Get bass, but if I shut it, one thing I didn't do, I go and plug these back in, disconnect these, which is oddly enough actually out a little bit. That's going to short out, that's good. Okay. So now it's just connected to the high frequency, and I'm wondering if that actually might be acceptable enough, like if they really put all the low frequencies just on low. So now we'll try it. Let's see what that sounds like. Now all we have to do is tune it somehow. Now it's shorting out. And for some reason it doesn't want to tune anything today. Alright, let's hook up a different audio source then.
Yeah, why not? Okay, we just got this stereo connected to the computer, and he's just trying to adjust the volume, but he keeps kicking his ass, unfortunately.
It keeps going down as I turn it up.
Yeah, it's a typical modern piece of shit.
This was made in '99. It is sort of planned. Come back when I get this to original volume.
Yep, we'll be right back.
Okay, they sort of work. Here's a sample of Big Shot by Billy Joel.
Well, you went uptown riding in your limousine with your fine park and clothes. You had the Dom Perignon in your hand and the spoon up your nose.
Before the copyright police get to it. So apparently that was what I had forgotten to do, was just hook it up that way, and that's good. So now all I'm going to do is solder and heat shrink those connections, and maybe clean that volume control, and that'll be good enough for now until I get some better speakers or something. Cool.
All right. Okay, so we are just about to get ready to solder these. Jay just got back. He just got back from the basement. He just got the solder. And we'll give you an update about what happens. Okay, now we just finished soldering the wiring connections, and one of them I did myself for the first time. I did pretty good. It took a little practice, and I did pretty well. Jay held the roll of solder, and I held the iron right at the bottom of the wire, and I started from top to bottom, and I did pretty well. And
yeah, that's it. So we got it all soldered up. Both of them. I just chose to electrical tape them rather than use heat shrink tubing like I should have, because this is all temporary stuff, and that stereo with the damn volume as it is like so anyway, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I think they use actually an optical sensor, which means I got to tear the whole fucking unit apart. I don't want to do that, so I think what I'm going to do is leave it kind of plugged in on standby at all times, and just control the level of the music from the laptop, which is pretty much what I do with everything else. It's just a lot easier than futzing around with crackly volume controls,
yeah,
finicky electronic wannabe controls, crap like that. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. So anyway, I'll hook this up and we'll give it a final test.
all right. Okay, now both speakers are reconnected, and
all soldered up as you saw before, and just reconnected it. This is just on standby.
speakers sound like shit anyway. Low frequency sound.
The volume is cooperating slightly now. It seems to actually want to work for some reason. These speakers are not of the highest quality. I mean, they're just little JBL bookshelf speakers.
Oh, yeah.
Not really meant to be driven like this. Not even driven this hard. I think they're not even two-way speakers. I think they're just the one, like one driver in it, but I'm not certain. But I think we're going to see if we can fire up the old ThinkPad here and set that up, and we'll come back once we get that going. Okay, in all its former glory, the IBM ThinkPad 600E, haven't turned it on since that last video. It's going to complain that there's no CMOS battery, and I'll have to run through that. Powered. It has a RAM count of 300 meg and a 161 configuration options not set error. 163, same idea. Error! 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 Oh no! It's click OK. Now I guess I'm going to use the mouse for this. On none other than September 11th. So in remembrance of all those who perished in that, this is what we're doing. And it is
2:53.
I got 254 up. Close enough. Hit OK. Now we have the IBM logo back. Proper RAM count, ThinkPad. And now we have to turn it off again. This is why I wanted to make a new CMOS battery. Hold F1 while you power it on. And well, good to know I only have to do this when we have a power outage, because after I get this running, it's staying on all the time. Yeah. And it boots good old Windows XP.
Ta-da.
Once this is booted up, we'll come back and get it choo-choo.
Okay, now it's fully booted up and
Volume 38. Put the volume on. We'll leave the volume on this all the way down. You are connected. Next play. Buffering. It has connected. Oh, yeah! There we go! It works! Well, that's it. It's hooked up. It is working. And that's going to be that for now. I have the one speaker up there. I think I'll put down to the side of it so it's even, because it sounds lopsided-ish. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.